everyone, and welcome back to the Lazy Sunday podcast. I'm your host, Henry.
And I'm your host, Malcor.
And today we have a special guest, my brother, Silas.
Hey,
round of applause.
Woo!
So, today on the Lazy Sunday podcast, we're a few days away from Christmas. It's exciting, holiday spirits. What are y'all most excited for Christmas?
Wonder Woman. That's
On
I'm
HBO
excited
Max?
to see the new Wonder Woman. Yes.
Do you think it will be any good?
I don't really know.
Silas?
Yeah, I think Wonder Woman's going to be a good movie. The first one is probably one of the best DC movies to come out in a long time, and so I'm looking forward to the second one. Hopefully it'll live up to the hype.
I feel like DC just had like a bad streak of movies until like the Justice League maybe, and then
Justice League was
Justice
not
League
very
wasn't
good.
even
Well,
that
I feel like going up from there, like it kind of went up. Like Shazam was really good. Aquaman was good.
I also
Aquaman?
don't like Aquaman.
You don't like
good.
Aquaman?
Aquaman wasn't very good.
You don't like Aquaman? I thought that one was actually good.
They need a Flash movie.
Oh, they already have the show.
They have a TV show.
Shazam was
Yeah,
like my
but they
favorite
need a
DC movie. It felt like a Marvel movie.
Yeah, because they stole from Marvel and added all the comedic stuff.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it. It was funny. I was watching Endgame today. I thought it was 2.5 hours. It's 3 hours. That's long.
The commitment. It's a
You have
commitment to watch
You have
them
to
just kinda-
commit to watch Endgame. I got to the fight scene and then I had to go, and that's how far I got. Like it was like 45 minutes left. It takes a while to get there.
Bro, the fight scene's 45 minutes.
That's longer than that. Like I was in part of the fight scene. It's like a good hour. That big
Dang,
fight
dude.
at the end. They come in and blow the Avengers base up, and then the
I
fight
mean,
scene
everyone's
starts.
seen it at this point. If you haven't seen it yet, then you
Yeah.
probably don't want to
I remember when it first came out, it was like, oh, spoilers, like Endgame spoilers. Like, for the Endgame Funko Pops, they released the first wave, where were just like all the superheroes, and they released the second wave, which had all the spoilers in it and stuff. It had like
Yeah,
Fat
I got
Thor.
spoiled for that movie.
Same.
That didn't happen to
I
me
didn't get spoiled that
because-
much. Well, someone told me Groot died, and he just disintegrated. But like that was it. I got spoiled for
That's the first one.
It was a kid in my 6th grade class. I remember they got to see it at midnight, like opening night, and then so toxic. But last week
No,
was
that's-
the finale of The Amazing Race, and I got spoiled that. So no fun there.
Yo, who won? Was it another one of those upsetting victories?
I mean, it was
turns out
okay.
The scientist beat the Soul Surfer.
I was cheering for this team.
I cried.
I was cheering for
I
this.
shed a tear.
I was cheering for this team named Hung and She, and my original team, D'Angelo and Gary, had gone out already, so I was just cheering for Hung and She. They didn't win, but I feel like it was a fine finale. Nothing insane happened. It was just a pretty standard one.
I
So
remember me and you were watching it once, and like someone forgot something at the airport, and they had to go back, and they were eliminated.
I remember that. Yeah.
So unfortunate.
On the topic of TV shows, Silas, what are you watching right now? What's got your eye?
Well, currently I just finished The Mandalorian. It's probably one of
yeah.
the best TV shows I've seen in a long time. I won't spoil the ending, but it was really, really, really exciting to watch. One of the best just movies in general that I'd seen in a long time.
Isn't it a show?
I mean, not movies, but shows. And then
I
the
wonder-
rest of the shows that I've been watching recently, I don't think would appeal to the general audience of the Lazy Sunday podcast. It's all anime, so...
I feel like Mandalorian might get a movie at one point, like an in-theaters movie.
It's definitely better than all the movies that came out when Disney owned Star Wars.
I feel like it's the best thing Star Wars has put out, Mando.
Yeah, since episode 5, probably.
But I think it's better than that. I mean, I guess it's not as because I guess that's like more groundbreaking, but this is pretty groundbreaking.
It's definitely got some
Baby
really good
Yoda's
visuals.
become a pop culture icon. Like,
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
got like a million. So like, I went to the comic book store today and I walked in and like they had Funko Pops. I saw like 5 Baby Yoda Funko Pops and like a life-size figure of him and stuff. Like,
Dude, and
when does it end?
everyone's got like their Baby Yoda t-shirts and backpacks. He's everywhere now. So there's this whole thing on Baby Yoda on how now that in the show they've named him, like he has a name now, Grogu. but all the Funko Pops say the child. And
Whoa! We don't say that. That's spoilers.
no one, if you haven't seen The Mandalorian by now, like episode like 2 of, I don't know, it was like 5 actually of the
It's
new
episode
season.
No, I
5.
haven't seen it yet. It's too hard to commit.
It's too hard to commit.
I'm on season 6 of
disagree.
episode 1, and it's too hard to commit.
The episodes,
I feel like it's way worth it.
it's worth it.
Okay,
So this is
well-
how I felt in season 1. I was like, even a little in season 2, I'd be like, oh my gosh, a 45 minutes episode, I don't want to sit here for that long. And then you start watching it, and you're like, okay, this is hype. But like, you don't want to watch it, but when you do, you enjoy it. That's how I feel about it.
All right. Well, then I guess I'm gonna have to watch The Mandalorian today.
You know, I guess you have to. So on the topic of Disney, you know, this is probably the worst segue I've ever had into a topic, but Disney, Mickey Mouse, animal. You know what else is animals? Kind of Pokemon. So let's talk about. Let's bring the Pokemon cards outfit back. We didn't talk about it enough last time. We're gonna bring it back today. It's blown up. It's out there. It's crazy. And recently, we were looking through the little Pokemon card binder that we have. We collected a lot when we were younger, and found a Charizard Full Art EX.
Bro,
That's
I
some
think
big dollar bills.
That's some big
okay.
dollar bills right there.
I did not know how to play Pokemon, but I just remember
No one knows how to play the game.
mindlessly. Okay, I remember going to Disney. Okay, you know, going to Disney,
Yeah.
and then, like, so they have Japan there in Epcot,
Oh yeah.
and in Japan I got a lot of Pokemon cards. Like, spent probably $180 on Pokemon cards. I pulled one Mega and one EX, and then I remember just not wanting to play it anymore.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely, it's a lot of luck based, but I feel like the game is really fun. Definitely underrated in a way, but I mean,
I think the video games are god tier.
yes, they are. I feel like they're getting worse in my opinion.
Bro, Sword and Shield was good. I liked it.
I mean, it was good, but I just miss, like, I don't know,
It started going down
the
after
old
they
style. The old style, like the old art,
released,
like
the 8-bit.
yeah, the 8-bit, like that looked better in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, I guess you have to change it with the
Pokemon
times to appeal to
Platinum.
new audiences.
Pokemon Platinum. Okay, I know that that's like your favorite Pokemon game,
Yeah.
and so you know, I hopped on my 2DS and played it. I beat it in like 2 weekends. God tier.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
It's fun.
Did I not tell you that?
No.
Yeah, I played that, and then I played Ruby, and then kind of got lost.
Isn't Ruby on like a Game Boy?
Yeah, but you can do it like, you can buy it on the eShop on the 3DS.
Silas, top
Yo, what's
Pokemon,
up?
top Pokemon game.
Number 1 in my eyes is Pokemon Black and White 2.
I don't get why you say that.
It's
I
just
remember when
the
Pokemon Sun
truly
and Moon came out.
best one.
Trash. Sun and Moon's
The
trash.
best game.
I don't know. Black and White 2 is good, but
Black and White 2, it just trumps everything.
I feel like
Which
they
one
were
was
doing
better,
too much
the
there.
black version or the white version?
They're the same.
Wait,
Exactly
I thought that
the
like
same.
The different legendary.
They are?
That's it. Like that's the only thing with
yeah,
the.
that's what like all the games are.
It'd be cool if they did one that were like actually really different ones. But I mean that'd be a lot
I
of
feel
work.
like it's
That
kind of
would
like
not be
playing
very
Minecraft
cool.
on a different texture pack.
Yeah. I guess you could say that.
I don't think it'd be very cool if they did that, because then it incentivizes people to buy both copies, which is like expensive.
Did Sword and Shield come out last year?
Be
It came out. Sword and Shield came out at the end of 2019 in November, and the DLC just finished coming out now.
So I wonder if there'll be a new game next year.
I mean, what was
Yeah.
before Sword and Shield?
Well, okay, next year is Pokemon's 25th anniversary, and it's rumored that they're gonna have Diamond and Pearl remakes.
That I'd get that. I would get that.
Or
Yeah,
we should
on the
all
Switch.
like if they released a Platinum remix.
Well, Diamond and
We're all
Diamond and
gonna
Pearl is very similar
online.
to Platinum, but Platinum's
What?
better.
Platinum's
Diamond
the
and Pearl
best.
isn't as good as Platinum, but I think if they made remakes, it included a lot of the stuff from Platinum, so it wouldn't even be that big of a difference.
Yeah, because I feel like Platinum is really loved by the fans.
Have you guys ever done like a Nuzlocke?
I have.
I
I've
wanna.
done multiple.
That'd be kind of fun.
I thought about doing a
It's
sword.
it's the
Nuzlocke,
most
but-
fun if you do it with a randomizer.
Yeah, that's hard though. But
It's not that bad.
I watched Jaden Animations on a live stream do
She
one.
made a platinum Nuzlocke.
Yeah, she
Did you
just
see that
did it.
video?
Yeah, I watched the live stream. I watched about an hour of it, and it was like it was interesting. Like it's cool. I
On
think
her
that-
modded 3DS.
yeah. I mean, it would be fun.
No, it's not really true. It's not a modded 3DS.
It's probably emulated.
Yeah, it's all emulated.
But I
that kind of
feel
stuff.
like if I did it, I'd like now that Switch you can do different accounts and stuff. That I'd do it now. But back on DS, if you had to do a Nuzlocke, you had to delete your account. If I'm correct.
Yeah, that's why you do it on an emulator.
Yeah. But I don't
mean,
want.
I'm
I
not a
wouldn't
GL.
want a randomizer. I'd want it to look like a classic, like just the normal Pokemon, just a second time playthrough. But I'd want to beat the game. And then do it.
Randomizers make it the most fun because that way, if you lose, then you can just start over and it's a different adventure because you got different Pokemon.
If I lost, I wouldn't start over. I'd quit. If I'm being honest here.
I remember like one time when like we were on a road trip, I got Pokemon Sword for my birthday, and then I was like really like, should I play it? Like, and so I finally got like really bored of like playing this Splatoon campaign. So I played Shield, and I think played probably 15 hours. On
I thought
that
you got
road trip.
Sword.
Oh no, I meant Sword.
Oh.
Pokemon
I still
Sword and
can't tell
Shield
the
is my
difference.
favorite. Behind Black 2, it's my favorite Pokemon game.
Sword and Shield, just because of the expansion.
Yeah, the expansion makes it worth it. Makes it way more fun.
I didn't get the expansion. I mean, I played Sword and Shield and I beat 7 gyms and stopped. So, I don't know. I don't even know why I stopped.
The DLC is the best part of Sword and Shield, and it's really, really, really fun.
I feel like I want to be incentivized. Is that the word? To just go around and like catch Pokemon after. I mean, it looks cool though when you have the like the PC boxes with just tons of Pokemon in them, especially when they're like high level.
Yeah, my PC is full, almost completely full, and I have an entire box of just shinies.
XY was the first game I fully beat, and I had like full PCs, and I was so hyped. I remember I just Wonder Traded constantly in that game. That Wonder Trade was the best thing Pokemon has ever done.
Yo, I think like the first video game that I played through all the way and beat was Skylanders
Same. I mean,
Swap Force.
oh, mine's
I
probably
think
the
it was
original.
Swap Force.
We had
Oh
Swap
yeah, no,
Force.
I remember going over to your house once and then like playing Skylanders Giants, and like I remember we just sit and we had like all the Skylanders like around us, and like
Dude, we had
We
like
had
the
to use-
Skylanders poster, and whenever we get a new one, we cross it off. Like, oh yes, we got Trigger Happy. Now we gotta get Ignite or whatever. And I
Yo,
just
doesn't like your brother have? Does he still have the Trigger Happy that's boxed?
so
from
yeah.
GameStop?
Okay, so story time. Bennett, my brother, who's not here right now, he went to GameStop one time. This was back when Skylanders was kind of still in, you know. It was dying out a little, but it was kind of there. And there was like some like special Trigger Happy. I don't even know if it was really that special.
The
And-
Xbox Elite.
Yeah, it was like the Xbox Elite for the Trigger Happy. And so he purchased it. It was like $30, and it's like in this like cooler box than normal. It's not just like one hanging on those racks. He just throws it in his closet, and that was that. And he's like, I'm gonna keep this. It's gonna go up in value. Well, Skylanders dies out like 2 years later, and they stop making games, and now it's just in the closet. And I bet if I looked it up right now, it is probably gone down in value immensely.
Probably about $8 on eBay.
I'm gonna look up Trigger Happy
Elite
Elite.
or just
Let me see what this is. Skylanders. I'm gonna look up Skylanders.
Just looked it up. It's the last time it sold was Skylanders Eon's Elite Trigger Happy.
Yeah.
$12.66 was the last sale.
Yikes.
nice.
So yeah, about cheaper.
Oh,
little
I found
cheaper.
it for $9. I just found it for $9.
Bruh.
That's so yeah. I mean, so that was a worthy investment by him. So that was.
Yo, while we're on the topic of Skylanders, remember that time that you came over to my house And like, okay, we went to this shop called Ralph's Records,
Ralph's Records.
and they
What?
sell a lot of miscellaneous. So it's a music store.
Yeah.
It sells like concert tickets and stuff, but they also sell like retro things, like
I
old,
remember.
like
Oh,
early
yes, yes.
2000s.
And we sold like all your Wii U games.
No, let me finish the story. So we were walking through the aisles, and and then we saw like, so they have like a bunch of like OG consoles just like in this corner, just kind of chilling, and it was like Xbox original, like all this stuff, and then we saw an SNES, and we were like, whoa. And then we asked my dad if we could like pitch in both of our money and get it. And my dad said no. But then we went home and we started gathering up all of our Wii games, all of our Skylanders, all of our Disney Infinity, all of our Wii U games.
We kept Tank though. Shout out to all the Tank
We did
Tankers.
keep Tank. That game was legendary, but that's a different story for a different day. And we walked up, and my dad's like, okay, fine, I'll take you. So we went up, and we were like business. We had the sunglasses on and
Dude,
everything.
he prepped us in the car like on what to say and stuff.
Yeah, and we had like the paper bags, and we threw them on the table. It's like, how much for all this stuff? And then like, I'll give you like $60 for it. And like, would you be willing to do a trade? And then the beat dropped and boss music started playing. It's like, what do you want for a trade? And they were like, we'll take the SNES, a hockey game, and
Yeah, we only
Super
got
Tennis.
like 2 games.
No, okay, we got the hockey game. We got the tennis game, Super Tennis.
And then one whack game.
Then we got Populous.
Yeah, no, it was just bad.
Populous was like...
I just remember the hockey one being like the only playable game. Or like easy to play game.
No,
it was tennis. Tennis was the game to play.
The signature triple bounce.
Why didn't we get, like, did they not have a Mario game? Like, I'm thinking about this now.
No, remember, because he said that we could get like 3 games that were all under $8. Because he didn't want to lose too much money on it.
Yeah.
And they had like rare games in the display case. I ended up like a year later getting Super Mario World, beating it, selling it back.
Do you still have the SNES?
Yeah, I still have it. Well, we're still not done with the story because we take it home. And like, oh, dang it, they forgot one of the cables.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Drives us back.
Dude.
And it's like they give us the wrong cables. And then I remember having to take like 5 trips.
I remember your parents were so mad.
It working. And then I remember the dude finally got it working. And then we played for like a few hours, and then kind of just. And then the next day, remember, we went to go hiking, and I'm like, Dad, that's a Columbus Day activity.
I remember that.
A legendary quote.
Silas came that day, and we went hiking. And we watched like 4 episodes of Full House on the way.
Yeah, we were like, Dad, that's a Columbus
Dude,
Day
why
activity.
did we go hiking?
My dad thought it would have been a
legendary.
good idea, but it was hot, dude.
Dude, it was
fun.
So
we had
hot.
Gatorade at least, that was a plus.
Yeah.
We had a little Gatorade fuel. That was not fun.
That was fun.
No.
It was a blast.
Horrible. My dad says he hated it.
Speaking of hating things, Malcor, how the braces coming? You just got braces again?
Oh my gosh. Dude, yesterday I got braces for the 2nd time, and I literally feel like my mouth got hit by a bus, dude. I can't chew, so I just kind of have to let things sit in my mouth or like push them up against the sides of my teeth. It hurts so bad. It's like I can't bite down.
How long did you have them the first time?
First time I had them for about a year. And they said I'm going to have them for about a year to 15 months.
That's not terrible.
So, for the rest of until next school year, I'll have them out. But
Rest in peace, Harry's teeth.
Yep.
Like, have you eaten anything?
I had some mac and cheese, but mac and cheese is small enough where I can just kind of swallow it whole. Last night I had mac and cheese and a grilled cheese, but I didn't really eat much of the grilled cheese because I couldn't chew. So I've just kind of been swallowing mac and cheese whole. The hardest challenge for me so far has been trying to eat a snickerdoodle cookie.
Not the grilled cheese.
No, the grilled cheese I gave up, but the snickerdoodle, I'm like, I'm determined to eat this because it was like super soft in the middle. So I'm like, if I can just chew around the outsides and
sounds
bite
horrible.
through the pain, I can get that nice sweet snickerdoodle in the middle.
Yeah, that sounds dreadful.
Yeah. I remember when I had braces, it was just like mashed potatoes. And in school, I'd just get soup and for like the first week. But
I wouldn't trust school soup. It's probably like just a bunch of sweat and dead rats.
okay, my middle school had like
Disgusting.
really good food, but at the high school, it's like not that good. And I got the tomato soup, and it legit tasted like straight ketchup. It was awful.
My school,
It's also because of COVID. They had to cut back. on the
Yeah, that makes
quality,
sense.
But
Like,
that's not saying a lot.
yeah,
What quality?
yeah. They were. I don't. They really made budget cuts in the cafeteria, but they've been making budget cuts there their whole life. So
Dude, I don't even think that there is a budget for the cafeteria food anymore.
they're like stealing from kids' lunches and selling it. All right, so I'm thinking now, story time again about something that happened to me on a fine day. It was yesterday. So if you haven't seen it yet, MrBeast made a new video where he opened a little fast food restaurant, and it was super cool. And he like gave around like
little mom
AirPods
and
and
pops.
money. Like next, it's gonna be like I opened a school.
I opened a school, but I paid kids to play video games.
He's gonna open like a city or something, but he did that, and now
I opened like this house. No, I opened this
Opened this house.
orphanage, and like I opened this, all this stuff. I opened this tech store. I opened this college.
So yeah, so at the end of the video, he announced he's actually making like a fast food place, and it's a ghost kitchen. If you don't know what that is, a ghost kitchen is basically you can only order from it. It's no pickup, no eating in. It's just ordering. And so, like I'd seen like all these people getting it, and they're like, "Oh, it's so good, right?" And so, me and my brothers, we ordered it, and we got a lot. We got the Chandler style, we got the Chris style, we got the B style, we got fries. We even got the Carl's inverted grilled cheese, where it's like grilled cheese, but the buns are flipped. Like, so, and I was so excited for it. We ordered it 12 o'clock, and they're like, it's going to come at 12:58. And I'm like, okay, so about 1 o'clock, 1:15. You know, it comes around 1:15, 1:20-ish. It's not here yet. And we're like, okay, we keep waiting. Around 1:40, it's like it's on its way. Then the driver on DoorDash just switches, like all of a sudden. So we like called the new driver. They're
We
like,
go from Gerald to Jorans.
Jorans. Yeah, honestly,
Florence.
some of the
It's like
drivers.
Gerald and Florence.
All of a sudden, the driver just switched. So we call them, and they're like, "Yeah, we're on your way. I don't know why that happened. I'm so sorry." They get about to this part where they're delivering it.
They were capping.
Driver switched. Big brave theory. Every time a driver makes it to the restaurant to deliver, they just throw them in the basement and get a new one, and it's like some like evil plot of theirs. DoorDash is evil. So we get about 4 drivers deep. It's like 2:30, and I start ranting on Instagram, and about 3:30, they like
MrBeast.
about 3:30 they text me, and they're like, your order's been canceled. I'm like, what? We got a refund, we got it all settled out, but apparently there was something wrong with DoorDash yesterday, and they don't really know what happened. Like, orders kept being canceled.
Clowns.
Yeah,
Those clowns.
so to sum up the story,
Congratulations.
Mr. Beast scammed me. He stole my money. Well, we got a refund, but we're just going to say that for the podcast episode. He scammed me, stole my money, and wasted 3 hours of my day.
Did you dirty.
Mr. Beast did me dirty.
Did you dirty.
I was thinking about unsubscribing, but then I realized it's Mr.
Diagram of
Beast.
dirt and your face on it.
Yes.
You really did you dirty.
So, yeah, that was that. But the sad thing is I'm definitely willing to order it again, so.
Oh, that's...
I just want to try it so bad. So, yeah, that's the Mr. Beast burger. And, I mean, if anyone's tried it, you know, hit me up. Tell me about it, because I didn't get to try it. I was really excited, too. It looks pretty
imagine,
good.
like, your DoorDash person, like, it got hijacked or something.
Yeah, honestly, I thought as soon as they got to the place.
Chapo hijacked. Instead of, you know, like, and being in prison, he's running an entire underground system stealing the MrBeast burgers.
Honestly, that's probably what it is. I mean, something had to be up there. Mr.
That's
Beast
actually
can't
what
be
I've
that
been doing the
nice.
past 3 weeks.
I was really hoping they would like come and like give us AirPods. They'd be like, "I'm so sorry," and like an iPad, like Mr. Beast style, just give us stuff. We're so sorry, and then Mr.
ZHC
Beast
comes to
walks
your house.
out.
We customized this trailer.
We customized a kid's burger. He got food poisoning from all the paint on it. Honestly, so
I customized this guy's eyes. He can't see anything, but it looks dope.
honestly, can we talk about ZHC? I feel like he is. A lot of YouTubers are changing with the times, and sometimes I don't like that. Like, there's like ZHC used to be.
I don't like how Mr. Beast is right now. Like,
You don't like his state?
He's not had a last to leave in a hot minute.
Yeah, but I feel like I guess people are.
I think Mr. Beast is cool.
I like him now, but I also
His name is Jimmy. So
I wish
that's
he'd-
cool.
I like when he does like. I don't like it when he does like challenges where he's giving away money to people. I like it when he builds cool stuff or like when like something's exploding.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. I just feel like he should do more because I feel like nowadays all he does really is giving away to random people in the streets and stuff and like doing stuff like that. And it's cool and it's nice and all. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna be some like jerk who's like, don't give away to the people. No, but like, I wish.
Oh, Henry hates charity.
Yeah.
Aw.
I wish he'd like do a mix, like do some last to leave throw in there, just throw in some other stuff as well, not just the same thing every time. And
Last to leave this volcano wins a new heart.
like the video before that one, it was like just like he'd give money to people and they're like, oh, go spend it, but he's done that like a million times, like something new, like
that was a decent video.
like making I don't know, like here's some ideas. Mr. Beast, if you're listening, which you probably are because this is the #1 podcast in the world, hit subscribe to the channel if you are not already. So Mr. Beast, while you're listening to this, you should do like making a mansion out of Legos or stacking all my co-workers on top of each other and seeing who falls
That
first.
could go wrong. Chandler's like at the bottom and he just collapses.
Or like, I don't know, do something like going on a crazy trip somewhere or going to that amusement park video like was cool and like there's like all this stuff he could do that I feel like he's not. I mean, I guess COVID affects it, but
Yeah, I think COVID probably.
Last
does
one to
affect his
stop
plans a lot.
social distancing wins $1 million.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
it's like it's been 3 days. I haven't put on. I'm almost out of hand sanitizer. So
Last one to get a infection wins.
last one to get COVID wins. They're all like throwing up.
And they
When
just,
one
like-
loses, they just start like throwing up on the other ones. Oh, I love this hide and seek videos. I'm a sucker for a good like YouTuber hide and seek video.
Yeah, he had the good ones, like where they're in like a ghost town.
I love the
What happened to
school.
those?
The school one was good. Like they've done a bunch of good ones. Yeah,
I guess, they have a gaming channel now.
I like their gaming channel personally. I think it's
It's
good.
all Minecraft.
But yeah, occasionally they'll throw in a different video when something's like hype. Like they did a few Fall Guys, they did a few Among Us. But I feel like, TB on our frags, Preston Plays. If you don't know him, he's an American Minecraft YouTuber, and he also does like other stuff. But I feel like his gaming channel is like legit carbon copy of that. And I know Preston's is pretty cheesy and stuff, but I feel like it is so similar that like.
His demographic
I'm
is
not
different
sure what
than
you're
Mr. Beast.
expecting though, because it's not his top priority. So
He's posting
why should
daily.
he
It
put
must
lot
be
of
a top
effort into it?
priority.
What?
Do you know,
He has like and I remember when he dropped the channel, it got like 1 million so quickly, and now it's at like
Exactly.
10
He
mil.
doesn't even need to promote it to get some money from it. So what's the point of
he
putting effort?
doesn't promote it, does
He has like a secret. Oh, he has merch now for it. I know that. He has a secret channel that I found out about the other day. It's called like
Mr. Bro.
no, it's like not Mr. Bro, but it's like a Mr. Beast charity channel, and he said he's gonna all the money he makes from Beast Philanthropy, all the money he makes from the channel will go to charity.
Philanthropy.
Yeah, philanthropy. Sorry,
Philanthropy.
Philanthropy. Yes.
There's
So
Mr.
it is
Oh,
two.
yeah,
It,
I see it here.
yeah, it's
for
just on the
Mr.
channels section, and he never talked about it once, and it just has 294K, and he never mentioned it once, and it says all the money's gonna go to
Beast
charity.
React.
So like
Beast Reacts is they've
That's, like,
not
their-
uploaded in a hot minute.
yeah, they kind of
8
stopped
months.
that one. That was like more their original channel. They did a lot of stuff on there back in the day. But
And there's Mr. Bro of Clout.
I forget who it was. Like, I know Jake the Viking, like, when he left MrBeast. But there's a guy who was on there, like, he won a challenge once, and then he, like, stayed on the team for a while, and then he's just gone now. Like, I forget what his name was. Like, and I wondered, like, what
I think
happened
I know
to
what
him.
you're talking about.
He won a challenge once. He won, like, a car or something.
Philanthropy. He doesn't have any
Posts. Yeah, I'm
Bids.
confused on the Beast Philanthropy. The whole thing.
In his
For a
description,
pig.
it says 100% of all ad revenue, merch sales, and sponsorships would go to our food bank.
Yeah, so that's that, I guess.
Pog.
Poggers.
That is pog. Charity is pretty pog.
Charity is poggers.
Daily dose of internet, though.
We used to watch that in geography class. Or not geography, history last year. I remember we would just watch Daily Dose of Internet. I don't know
Bro,
why.
Daily dose of internet, I mean, he's got some real bangers. Like, if you look at his recent videos, walking through bread paradise,
I mean,
cutting scissors with paper. Just
Yeah, banger alert.
banger alert. Alright, so now moving away from MrBeast, let's talk about Christmas. This Friday is Christmas. This podcast should be coming on Friday, if not Sunday. But it's Christmas time. You know, everything's happy. I feel like you're just like happy during the Christmas season, you know. Let's talk about top Christmas movie.
There's a lot of stuff that I feel like
There's
could
a
be
lot of bad
considered.
Christmas movies, but there's a lot of good ones too.
There's a lot of bangers, dude.
So, Silas, let's start with you. What do you think?
My favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard, absolute classic.
Yes, Die
My
Hard.
dad says Die Hard is not a Christmas movie,
Because it's not.
but I think not. Okay.
It takes place during Christmas, so therefore it is a Christmas movie.
There's like a lot of movies that take place during like have the Christmas part in the movie. That's like almost. I feel like a lot of like movies just have like that part in the movie where they're just at Christmas all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But I think the best Christmas movie. Maybe I don't want to be cliche, but Elf is just so good.
Did you know Jim Carrey was supposed to be Elf?
Yeah, I was watching something about that, and there was also
He would have been a better Elf.
I don't know. I feel like Will Ferrell did a pretty good
So,
job.
like, you could throw in some Ace Ventura, you know, like, just like a lot of just the standard, you know, like random dances that Jim Carrey does.
Apparently, like I was watching this like Elf things that was supposed to happen video, and apparently there was supposed to be an Elf 2, but Will Ferrell just had problems with the director. They got in arguments and stuff, and so they just canceled the whole idea of it, and they didn't do it.
Kind of mad.
I wonder if they did an Elf 2,
Honestly-
how it would do, and maybe it would ruin it though.
Who's your, like, favorite comedian right now?
Honestly, I'm thinking like talk show host because I don't go and watch like comedy sketches and I don't go watch like comedians. But like talk show host, I love James Corden. That's my favorite.
Bro, is he that British dude?
Yeah, he's like the big British guy. He's been in movies too. He's done a few movies now. And yeah, he's
I saw
he's
an ad
funny.
or something on, like, YouTube. It's like,
He did the Peter
it's called,
Rabbit
like,
movie.
artificial intelligence or something.
He's funny. He's good. Silas, favorite comedian, talk show host?
I like, I don't know if y'all have seen him on Netflix, but John Mulaney has some really good stuff.
I've heard of him.
He's pretty funny. Kevin Hart's pretty funny too.
Oh yeah, Kevin Hart.
is funny.
He's like an American icon now.
But I think John Mulaney's probably my number one.
Honestly, you know, I'm gonna be a boomer here, but Mike Myers, not
The
Michael
serial
Myers.
killer.
No, Mike Myers.
Yeah, my favorite comedian is actually a serial killer. I just really like the way I love his work. He's just really
There's a
good.
comedian named Mike Myers.
Dude, when
He
that
has, like,
knife
this
just stabs,
fun
it's
movie
so
called
funny.
Wayne's World.
Ha ha ha! He's dying.
Haha, he's dead.
Dude, Freddy Krueger just cracks me up, you know?
Bro, Freddy Krueger.
He just gets me, he just gets me chuckling, you know. But honestly, I feel like talk shows are like really good. But I wish I would want to go to a talk show like in person in the audience. That'd be pretty fun. That's
Bro, they're
like
taking, while we're on the topic of comedy, they're taking The Office off of Netflix
yeah.
December 31st.
They're taking a lot of things off Netflix right now. They've been doing a lot recently.
Yeah. They upped the price of Netflix, and they said that they're going to add more quality, but they're taking off the only reasons I watch Netflix right now.
Netflix has lost so much recently, and it's losing more. I think that
They
Netflix.
lost all the Disney stuff.
Yeah, they lost all the Disney
NBC
stuff.
stuff.
Like if you search up Disney on Netflix, there's about like 8 titles on there, maybe 10. There's just nothing.
Yesterday I hopped on Netflix. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna watch some Parks and Rec. Couldn't find it. I Google it. It was taken off of Netflix, and I was like, dang, dude.
They're taking
It's
off a
because
lot.
all the companies who created it who created those shows are trying to compete with Netflix in their own.
Netflix really changed the way that we watch TV today, though.
Netflix was that OG streaming service, and it had everything, and that's why everyone has Netflix. But now that everyone else is making streaming services, Netflix is getting worse and worse and worse because I guess.
But
they do have
cable's
some good
getting
originals.
like worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, cable. I think in the next 10 years, like people will just not have cable. I know people now who don't have cable
and don't want to pay for too many streaming services.
Yeah,
so they all go back
to cable, and then they go back to. I mean, that could definitely happen, but you can get like 5 or 6 streaming services for the same price as cable. So.
Yeah. So, but like the 5 essential, I think that you really only need 3 essential streaming services.
Name them.
So you can choose between Netflix and HBO Max. For me, are the 2 essentials. Netflix may fall off though. And then you got Peacock and Disney Plus.
Did you say Peacock?
What is Peacock?
Isn't that the free mobile streaming
What
service?
is Peacock?
No, that's NBC streaming service.
Peacock. Okay, Peacock. What is this? Peacock TV. What is Peacock?
It's the NBC streaming service.
No, just because it has The Office, does that make it essential?
I thought it was.
It has Parks
like
and Rec.
Parks and Rec and Seinfeld and stuff.
I don't know.
For me, that's what makes it essential.
Or
Disney Plus. Or Disney Plus.
And Peacock's got upgrades
Disney
and
Plus
stuff.
is more essential. There's
Disney
more
Plus
content.
doesn't have enough new stuff.
No, they're
Disney Plus
coming
is
with
where
a
I
lot.
go if I want a rush of nostalgia. Disney Plus has like so much stuff like animated from like the 60s.
Yeah.
It's also got The Mandalorian, so
Yeah,
they
you
make
ca-
up for it. It doesn't
They have a
need
lot
to
of
do
good
that.
originals. I mean, not a
I
lot, but
kind
they
of
have a
hate how
few
they
good.
announce so many shows though.
Yeah,
and
when
then
they
it's
did
like,
that, they announced so many for the.
2022. Like, man.
They're trying to hype people up.
Yeah, but you have to wait so
Yo.
long. Like, they announced the new Buzz Lightyear movie spin-off, like the origin story, and it's coming 2023. Like, that looks cool, but I don't want to have to wait that long. Like, why can't they wait a year to tell me about that?
Just forget about it.
Yo, the
Well, that's probably
Captain
what I'll do.
Underpants movie needs a sequel, dude.
I remember that movie
No.
came out, but
Those books were good.
the books were god tier, I have to admit. But once
Well,
they started
my
making
favorite one was
Dogman
The White
spin-offs,
Woman.
once they started making Dogman, it was when Captain Underpants and the whole thing just fell off for me. So, yeah, just Dogman ruined it. And Dogman does well, so, I mean, whatever. And now there's a new one. And there also used to be, like, a Caveman series or something with Dave Pilkey. So, I mean, that's that, but I just feel like Netflix has gone off, and I think the most essential streaming service, if I had to have one, honestly at this point, would be Disney Plus. But HBO Max is great. Hulu's pretty great. But I think Disney Plus is number 1 right now to me. But it could change. Crickets.
Yeah, I kind of agree with old the Henster over here. I'd say, yeah, Disney Plus is where it's at right now.
Just because I feel like they have a. I mean, at first I always thought this would just be. There's not going to be a lot of variety, but they're adding variety, and there definitely is. And if other streaming services are falling off, I feel like Disney Plus is only going up for the amount of things they announce. I mean, they're getting like movies from all different genres. They're appealing to other stuff. They're getting Deadpool. They're getting Family Guy.
They still don't have Spider-Man though, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, honestly.
Spider-Man, for the first streaming services to get Spider-Man, that's becoming the essential.
I mean, yeah, but I want
That should be
Spider-Man.
the best movie of all time.
The best movie of
All
all
of them.
time.
Yeah.
You're saying Spider-Man
That's actually
is?
Cap, but no. But it's definitely the best superhero movie.
Yo, which is the better Tom Holland or Tobey Maguire?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland is better than Tobey.
He's funny and he's got character.
The Henster, have you even seen any of the Tobey Maguire movies?
Yes, I've seen 1.5 at Avner's house when we binged them, and I fell asleep halfway into the second one. So yeah.
Yo, I liked him. I liked him.
I
Bro,
think
the
Tom
one
Holland does a
where-
better job.
Bro, I mean,
The
like,
animated one is better than all of them, though, so it doesn't even matter.
Are you kidding? No, the
animated
Tom Holland
one-
ones are better
Into
than
the
Miles
Spider-Verse
Morales.
is God tier, dude.
They're doing another
Yeah,
one.
Into
I'm
the
pretty sure
Spider-Verse
next
is
year.
actually the best one.
It was good, but I
Into
don't
the
think
Spider-Verse,
2022,
like,
actually.
2022
so like I'm
really.
such a nerd. Like I love comic books, and that one is like so much like watching a comic book.
I
It's
just
like
I don't know.
something about it.
I think that the what's it called, I'm tripping on my words, but I think that the Tom Holland Spider-Mans are better than the Into the Spider-Verse. So,
Well, that's Cap, but okay.
I don't know. It's like the Into the Spider-Verse was cool and all. I feel like, Silas, you might be onto this Into the Spider-Verse just because you're playing Miles Morales right now.
I am. Well, from a cinematography or from a Spider-Man standpoint, a lot of Tom Holland's Spider-Man's characteristics were pretty much stolen from Miles Morales. Like, the younger Spider-Man, normally Miles is the Spider-Man who's younger and who's smart and quirky and funny. And normally the older Spider-Man is more responsible and he's like an adult. The regular
Bro, I like
Peter
how they
Parker,
kind of like
but-
made fun of like the second Spider-Man that appears in Into the Spider-Verse, and he's like fat, and like the first thing he does is like he goes and gets a cheeseburger and stuff, and then it's like I'm divorced and everything, and he's like super sad and everything.
I feel like though they made the new Spider-Man, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, to appeal more to that because I feel like Miles Morales is less known, and since they want to appeal
that's
to
part of-
the larger demographic, which I feel like will like a younger Spider-Man or a funnier Spider-Man, and
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of why Tom Holland's like that, and they did a good job, and I think that's what makes him like that. I mean, I guess you can respect Miles Morales for that being the original, but I just think the Tom Holland stuff
Also,
is better.
Miles has electricity powers and can turn invisible.
Okay, but
so
not in the
he's
Into the
actually
Spider-Verse
become
yet.
more powerful.
Okay, but not.
Actually, in Into the Spider-Verse, he does both of those things.
Are you sure?
Yeah, remember when he breaks free at the very end, like when he's stuck in his dorm room?
Oh
he
yeah,
uses his electricity powers to break free,
he does turn invisible in the lab.
and he kills Kingpin with the electricity. Hey, he's like, hey, and then shocks him. Remember?
I wonder if would they ever throw Miles Morales into like an MCU movie?
And remember, he uses the invisibility power in the
There
lab.
I remember there was an animated Spider-Man TV show that had Miles Morales in it.
Yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man on Disney XD.
Yeah, I remember that. There are
Yeah,
a bunch of
There's
Spider-Man.
never
a
watched
suit in
it.
Miles Morales based off of that game.
They should
That show.
really.
Uh-huh.
I think Miles Morales should
Disney
be thrown
had
into the
so
MCU.
many shows like that were like 2 seasons.
Yeah,
I'm
they had
just not
so
a big
many of
fan
those like
of
half
animated
Marvels.
Marvel shows.
Yeah, they never did well, I think, and Disney XD. I feel like Disney XD. It's died definitely. Like they stopped.
I didn't even know it was still a thing. I thought that they merged with Disney.
Most of it has. Like, there's only a few countries that still has Disney XD on the like cable. Like most countries have just gone
Is
rid
America
of it.
one of them?
Yeah, America's one of them. But most just have merged them, and America has merged most of their shows. They mostly just play reruns on Disney XD, but Disney Channel plays the new Disney XD shows.
Disney XD, like, yeah, they just need to turn in, like, where you can watch the original Jesse and, like, Good Luck Charlie and stuff.
They were trying to make it where it was like, it's like, oh, this is for the teens. After they get sick of Disney Channel, they can go to Disney XD. But I feel like it wasn't
I
ever
thought
like that.
Disney XD for me was like just kind of the thing that all the boys would watch, and
Yeah.
Disney was like what boys and girls would watch. Because Disney XD was like, I just feel like a lot of like the more crass shows were, you know,
Yeah. I feel like
the ones that made a lot of poop jokes, you know.
yeah, that's
I
definitely
remember
true.
sometimes my mom would make me turn it off. Disney XD. I'm like, oh, you think that's bad? You've not even seen Cartoon Network. Dude.
Yeah, I know. Like that was me. Like I wasn't allowed to. Like sometimes Disney XD. Like she wouldn't let me watch certain shows, and then like so the regular show I wasn't allowed to watch when I was younger.
Regular show is one of those shows that's really right in the line between Adult Swim and normal.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure. Like some of the stuff that I don't know how they got it on there, but I feel like Cartoon Network's more lenient with it. So, but maybe I feel like they're getting less lenient.
Very low standards.
But I feel like over time, the shows are getting less lenient. Like if you looked at a kids show like 10 years ago versus now, it's definitely different.
They'd be like morals and like everything, and then you look at shows now. Like Clarence is a perfect example. Like imagine Clarence compared to like.
I feel like now they're getting like more morals and stuff like a kid show like that Disney XD stuff. They don't really do stuff like that anymore. And like regular show, like you don't see a show like that getting on Cartoon Network anymore. I don't know.
Cartoon Network's really starting to die.
I feel like Disney Channel and Cartoon Network are dying, and there's more reasons that the streaming services are gonna take over.
HBO Max needs to update more.
They need to add more Cartoon Network stuff. Yeah, and animation, because I feel like that's supposed to be their main standpoint, and they need more. They need more originals in animation with Cartoon Network, because they collab with them a lot for a lot of their shows. So why couldn't they? The Fungies is a Cartoon Network collab. They did Spirit Train and the Animal something Summer Camp Island are both collabed for their new seasons. And then Close Enough is also.
I remember I thought it was crazy that they'd only have one season every summer.
Is that what they're doing?
Unikitty?
Unikitty. That did somewhat well, I guess, because I think it's still on.
I remember being so annoyed. Okay, so you're gonna have to hear me out here. Okay, I'm in a hotel room. I'm sick. I mean, we're at like a condo, and I'm sick. And I'm like watching Cartoon Network. The premiere of Craig of the Creek is about to come out. I'm like, heck yeah, dude. And it's like Unikitty, new episodes every like day. And that's one downfall that Cartoon Network has. They play the same episode.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of shows on Cartoon Network, like I feel like you can relate to this here, that they'll do a bunch of episodes for like 3 weeks or a month. And then they just won't drop an episode for 5 months, and then they'll just
they release like 8 episodes at a time,
and then
like take a 3-month break.
And then on demand you can watch them all at once, and so I'll go on there, watch all the new Craig of the Creek episodes at once, like the 6 new ones. I'll watch them all in a row, and then I won't get to see another for 5 months, and
yeah,
that's the problem.
I mean, I looked at it. Craig of the Creek's not supposed to have another one till like January.
Yeah, it's a while.
January 20-something.
Yeah. But I feel like streaming services.
Wait, what is this? January? What's on January?
Craig of the Creek new episodes.
No, honestly, that show's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
It's actually.
I don't watch a lot of TV anymore, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's much better than Clarence. I don't like Clarence at all.
What?
Oh, Clarence is awesome.
Stop dissing Clarence.
I feel like I just love the idea of like the kids like making their own thing and going on adventures.
That's like Craig of the Creek too. It's like Clarence and Craig of the Creek are very similar, except Clarence is just dumber.
Clarence taught me how to deal with a show's ending. Like I found out that like okay, so at first I'm like it's a cliffhanger, and then I'm like maybe they just want us to like. I mean like, okay, I know. Pretty much, so you know how sumo moves schools, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they wreck sumo school, so I guess...
Yeah, on the last episode.
The way that I saw it out there, like, I guess they ran out of time and just want us to think that they all went back and moved.
I think it was more, it was, like, just a fun joke. Like, they knew they had to end the show, and so just as, like, a fun joke at the end, they did that, because they didn't really have a big ending planned. But I don't think the show was meant to end there. I just think... or meant to have some big ending. Like, it's not like Steven Universe where it's like some episodic story. It's just like fun, and so
Steven Universe is so hard to follow.
I have seen like 2
Unless
episodes. Not my
Unless you
thing.
watch it beginning to end, it is impossible to follow.
I did
Well,
when.
that's how most TV shows are.
Yeah, I guess.
No, like this one had a massive story, like something like
Okay.
interdimensional crystals and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that's how The Mandalorian is. If you don't watch episode 6, you're not gonna understand why Baby Yoda is not being called Baby Yoda anymore.
Yeah.
I know it seems like something with the G. I
Grogu.
saw it on the fandom.
Yeah, and the new
Fan.
season. Oh my gosh, Mandalorian's so good. We might have to talk about it.
No, we can't talk about it. It's only been out for 4 days.
4
3
days
not-
that people should have been watching it.
No, that's not fair. I think you gotta wait at least a week or 2.
Give
to talk
us
about it.
3 more episodes of the podcast, and I've seen the entire thing. Then we can have a Mandalorian themed podcast.
We
It's gonna
really
take you
should.
3 weeks to watch the Mando,
Yes, I have trouble committing to shows.
I'll tell you
but
something.
it's like the best show ever.
In the newest episode,
The best show
This
ever
happened.
is Parks and Rec, and it has an overarching story. I understand, but
Epic sound effects.
bro, at the very end, it's like all this, and and then
Oh, that was my favorite part.
yeah, so that was pretty crazy. Oh, I'm so glad I could get that off my chest.
Yeah, that was really good.
I think we're going to end it here, though. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you're not already, subscribe to the channel and follow us on SoundCloud. But I'm Henry.
and I'm Malcor.
And I'm Silas.
And remember, guys, stay lazy. Peace out.